Welcome to another episode of Gotham by Night. Tonight, we find Tatiana taking her birds on a walk through Gotham.
What the fuck? No!
We scratched the birds out of the
We're
equation.
green,
We're just
no
walking.
birds.
All right. Okay, I guess we are not
Restart.
finding her taking her walk birds for a walk, but we are finding her taking a walk. A fabulous walk. Tatiana.
Magic of editing.
Yes, I'm not worried about it. No one listens. We only listen to these things. So, Tatiana,
Mm-hmm.
you're taking a walk. Are you alone? Are you with your guards?
Well, probably with my guards. I'm not walking alone. Generally speaking. I have expensive clothes, on me. And jewelry and stuff, things that rich people have.
Are you just trying to... What finds you out on this night? Are you trying to clear the air about something? Or is this just a change of scenery? Are you going somewhere in particular?
No, it's just a walk in the park. Oh, yeah. Out of character, Jason won't be coming back because his
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is too weak, so it
Yeah.
kicks him out. So there.
He texted
No
me
one
that
can-
as well.
So yeah, it's just taking a walk in the park. This is generally speaking, considering recent events, seems pretty content and calm even. And she's wearing green. There, that's what she's wearing. Expensive shit.
Right? You're taking a walk, relaxing, and then you hear, Daddy!
She'll turn around.
Oh,
Hey, how you doing?
Very enthusiastic tonight, Creed. How are you? Doing fine.
I'm doing great. Hey, have you met Harris? This is
Actually,
Harris.
yes, I have. At the club a few days ago.
Oh, did you know he's like us?
wow.
Exactly like us.
I just feel your soul drop down to your fucking ass.
Maybe we shouldn't be talking about such matters in public.
Right. Anyways, have you met Harris?
he is chuckling for sure. It's the lady, hole in the house lady. There were lots of holes where you lived, right? I remember. You're drunk. Your alcohol sucked.
I don't live there. There are no holes anymore. And I will ignore the last comment. Creed, what did you give him?
Well,
You guys are like a couple of fucking teenagers coming home.
Well, he was sad, so I gave him this little yellow happy face pill.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Creed goes, well, in my defense, I didn't know he was like us before he was like us. But now I think it's great.
Face being like, like surprise and concern, but
Yeah. The whole
Well,
time Harris is like
Yeah, what could
looking.
possibly go wrong?
He's like looking around, like because his senses are like doubled. So he's like he can hear everything and like feel everything. It's just strange.
so he's going to help us get the you know who man.
In this condition?
Well, can you find this condition?
Are you sure he's not gonna go berserk and, we won't be caught in the crossfire?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. We better wait to sober you up, man.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't worry
See,
about
he's
it.
fine.
For now, what if he needs to? And she will go close to Creed to whisper in his ear, transform into something.
Oh, transform. Because he totally heard. He totally did. I won't. Raises his arms. You'd be quieter than that if you would want to whisper for me.
Do you guys want to go on a ride, maybe?
Oh, she has a big car and has drinks inside. We should go.
Harris will nod.
But I
I
can't
know.
drink, so only you can do the drinking. So you have to
Oh.
drink double for me.
Triple. And it's a deal.
Indeed.
Deal.
I don't think I've ever regretted anything as fast as this. Let's go.
Onwards and forwards.
Never back. Never back.
Well, even the guards are shaking their heads at this point at the ridiculousness of this.
Oh, we need more people to drink.
What?
We need more people to drink. And we
Is that
need
what
them
you said,
now.
Talon?
Yes. So he starts texting Talon saying, Talon, I need your help right now, man.
It's not even. I mean, I'll be there reflexively, so.
Yes. Talon!
I literally just step out of some dark alley next to you guys, and it's like, oh shit. You guys.
Talon!
It's just the typical
You made
shenanigans.
it! Look, man, I need you to help me out, man. I need you to drink for me.
This sounds like a real boy who cried wolf situation.
That's what it is, Talon.
Pardon me.
What type of wolf? Well, I
He
am
just
crying
looks
wolf
at Harris
because
and he just fucking laughs.
Creed.
we have a wolf.
Just get in the car, okay? Talk about it inside. We don't need to have everyone around Gotham know everything about everything that we are, okay?
Out of character, I'm so tempted to be like, Wolf, what? Really? It just shifts.
That's not my problem.
Guys, get in the car. By the way, Tatiana is already inside.
Talon will sit behind her. That way she doesn't need to put up with all the drunk antics of people pulling her hair or
Well-
fucking poking her side and shit.
Well, this space.
Because I imagine you got a chauffeur, so.
Oh, yeah, of course. The
Yeah.
guards are in the front doing driving. I'm on the back. It's
Oh, you're in the
pretty
back, too.
spacious. Yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
We're all in the back. It's pretty spacious.
4 people in the back.
It's basically a mini limo.
Yeah, it's a mini limo. That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's
actually,
like-
let me show you because I like to show off. In case you haven't
Of course
noticed.
you are. You don't flaunt or anything. But...
You never flaunt. Never.
Never ever.
Look at my
Don't worry.
crazy, awesome car, guys. It's so modest.
Yes, but it is a modest car regarding.
And Talon dropped
considering-
again, so
Yeah,
we'll wait for
considering
him
how
to come
much
back.
money she has, it is a modest car.
We can shift in the car.
That wouldn't be advisable.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, there's Talon. Talon, welcome back, buddy.
I went to close the StreamYard chat, and then Firefox just decided to kill itself, so that's cool.
As a browser, it probably should.
So, Harris here is going to help us hunt down the Riddler.
Harris
You know,
sounds a little
he's-
too much like heresy to me. Like, how do we know this guy's legit?
Well, so far he seems like he's only going after Captain Morgan, but anyway.
Harris, are you legit?
Wow.
you look over
Pirate.
and
I'm a legal privateer, guys.
you ask he's like drinking already. Yeah, and he puts his thumb up.
Oh my god.
See, he's legit.
It doesn't. You don't need a roll to see through that bullshit.
He's legit what exactly?
If you say bachelor, I will cry inside.
I thought, he's a werewolf.
Yes, dear, I am aware.
Is your guard privy to this shit? Is he Gould or anything?
Yeah, both guards are cool.
Okay, because that was potentially terrible.
Like, I'm gonna roll down the window just because I can.
It's raining out, probably.
Oh, I'm gonna roll it back up. That's wet.
It hasn't stopped raining in like a month.
Yep.
Like, it's a wonder the place isn't flooding. Like an emergency and shit. Anyway.
God damn it! I always smell like wet dog. What is this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's angry at Creed Industries, and we're angry at Riddler. And Riddler's getting his stuff from Creed Industries, so he should be angry at Riddler like us as well.
You have flawed logic there, friend.
Yes.
Oh my god, I
mean,
need to maybe turn that down.
we shouldn't be basing that on anger alone, Creed. Like,
Oh, he's not angry right now.
yes, I can see if you were angry right now, we would be in real trouble, as you know.
He's just talking about this guy in front of him. He's just smiling, having a good time. Drinking.
Well, he's a werewolf, so werewolves are always useful. You're useful, right?
Yep.
They are useful unless they go into a blind rage and kill us all.
Said StreamYard support was experimental on mobile. I didn't think it would drop this often.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Wow. I mean, I'm quiet, but Jesus.
He's just gonna keep chuckling because I don't know. He's like seeing colors. Great, everything's awesome.
I mean, Creed, so far he has only been giggling a lot.
Yeah, he's the giggler, don't you know?
He wasn't this way
Oh, stop.
when we met him with William.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this is
Well-
Creed's.
Well, Creed's influence goes far and wide. Don't underestimate it.
I've got influence, bitches.
I guess I am still charmed, so I guess I would be watching Creed quite often.
Oof.
Yeah, it was quite the persistent condition.
Dog, if you puke on me, I'll be mildly upset.
I don't feel like throwing up, man.
That worked for UN as real life dog. Nice.
So, You were telling me, Creed, what a bad idea it was to, like, how is it that my worst decisions, you take them as an example? I, I mean, I'm flattered, but
Creed blinks at you and goes, "But I didn't blood bond him.
Oh
Should I?"
no.
no.
I think it's a pretty resounding no from the whole cast. Like, no.
So how is this your decision?
Well, you think I was intending on bonding William?
Oh, William, I saw the way you stood in front. Well, he stood in front of you. I don't remember. You guys switched places a lot in my mind.
Wow.
But he's kinda
Careful where you
gross.
go from here, man.
He's kind of gross. Just being honest.
At this point, Talon just like he doesn't backhand you, but he kind of lifts his hand of it, like these are my friends, you little shit. You fucking behave.
Dude, he can't behave himself right now. He's all.
He doesn't say anything. He just raises his hand and
Ecstasy.
looks at you like menacingly, like fucking back up.
He can fucking giggle at you and give you a high five, you dingus.
Tatiana will put her hand on Talon's shoulder and tap slightly and say, like, it's fine. Let's just, ignore that.
Look, I didn't know he was a werewolf when I gave him drugs. If I did, I'd give him more drugs.
Okay, but maybe next time you should check. Because
So I
now.
Okay,
we're sitting
okay.
on a
I will
time
ask
bomb.
everybody I meet if there were a werewolf. Got it.
Are you?
Turns to Talon and asks him, "Are you a werewolf?"
Who's all in the car right now?
Talon, Harris, me, and Tatiana.
And one ghoul, right?
Two
And-
ghouls, they're on the front, they don't hear us.
Okay. When you ask Talon if he's a werewolf, I'm actually gonna call my lair into this car very briefly, and just no, in full big ass skull form.
You're a
Whoever's
skull?
tripping is tripping so much harder now because that car does not look like that car for a few seconds.
Creed's going to blink.
Harris is gonna laugh.
Look down at his hands and go, "Whoa, this is good stuff. What was that man on?"
This is the first time Tatiana has really seen his true form too. Occasionally it's been a blink or a wink here and there, kind of whenever I'm marking people, but this is the first time I've really went, okay, I've had enough. Like, no, I'm not a fucking werewolf.
Yes, and she probably recalled for a second, but then poker face, because, we need to do that shit.
Out of character, you're just like a skull, like no arms, no legs.
Technically
Just
a
a-
flying skull, but I've described my horror in a bunch of different channels.
I haven't been paying
A
attention.
skull with mohawk.
Like some spikes.
So here, for just quick, for the sake of this, a skull the size of the average person. Shadows are spilling out of each socket and so on because it's the skull, so there's no eyes or nothing. The eyes themselves are basically like looking into the freaking void. They're pure darkness. And then you have a mohawk of feathers because that's kind of what his tribe was back when he was from that tribe. Anyway, it's from their mythos, and he's got this mohawk headdress that's razor sharp. And the air around him is very turbulent, and it's like the shadows on the surface are constantly shifting and in with that. So anyway, we can move on now.
Okay, sorry.
Leans over to
It's all good.
Tatiana and says in a conspiratorial stage whisper. I don't think he's a werewolf.
Creed, he is.
Oh no!
So he is a
Oh.
girl.
Are you trying?
Are we talking about? Wait, are we
We're talking about
Talon?
Talon.
Okay. Okay. Then scratch that. Let's backtrack. I thought you were talking about Harris. Um, yeah, I think that's been evident for some time now.
Well, clearly we need two werewolves if we're going to go do anything that involves fighting. You got William, so I've got him.
Oh,
So what can you do anyways?
are you talking to Talon right now or Harris?
Harris, sorry.
Okay,
I know what Talon can do.
more or
He
less.
can shoot a bow really, really good.
Better
And
than
then
the
he can
average
go
Oh
jump,
my
jump,
God.
jump, jump, jump.
Yeah, but he's wasted, Creed. Like, okay, you're a functioning animal.
Functioning, okay.
Well,
Blinks in. Creed blinks once and goes, "Oh, are we going after Riddler tonight?"
I hope not.
Not in your current state.
Well, I didn't think we were.
Well, I don't think we are.
Then why is it so important that he's wasted?
That maybe he can't give you
Accurate info,
answers. Yes.
Yes, but he gave me info before he took the drug, but after I sold it to him. And when he clears up, we'll go after and kick Creed's. We'll kick Crane's ass and the Riddler's ass. Anyone else's ass we need to kick. And yes, my own ass is on the list too, if it needs kicking. So, Mr. Werewolf person, what
That's
can
me.
you do?
I can.
Don't lay on me, because you'll throw up on me.
He
Yeah,
can
mute for a
definitely
sec.
giggle.
I can. All right, I can pulverize spirits into items. Well, you can deal with them too. Like you can say, like, "Hey, dude, do you want to get in this tube sock?" And they'd be like, "No, I don't want to get in your stupid tube sock." And then I'd be like, "Well, then I'm gonna beat you into this tube sock. It's gonna be great." I can hide from people. Tear them apart. I usually like to go the vocal cords first, and then the brain.
For a second
Usually
there-
from the next first.
For a second there, Talon's like, you sound like an abusive father, but now it's just a whole other level of why.
That's what the tube stock is for. It's for absorbing the bleeding. But
Oh my god.
yeah, he puts his thumb
Weird,
up and he
Tyler.
laughs. We are high as fuck, dude. Not high, but
Clearly.
yep.
See? It's great.
About as great as a cricket's brain size.
This individual
Crickets
can be
must have
very
really, really big brains.
Crickets don't have brains. They have like a central nervous system.
That was the joke. God damn it.
Well, I'm really not happy about that. Crickets are intelligent beings.
Oh no, they can rub their legs and make some intelligent beings. Anyway.
Or crickets.
I feel that this is a nightmare and I need to wake up.
Talon puts up with the word nightmare and he's like, I know of a few that would help here, but I don't particularly have the means to make use of them.
I mean, How horrible is it to have no brain? Those poor crickets.
I mean, you don't know what you never had in the first place.
Yeah, but does that mean if I tap their leg, it makes them forget their grandmas?
Are you? You know what? I've already showed you the thing. Like, it's okay. Just put your head down and no pain, only dreams now.
But those crickets.
Man, for a giant head, you really don't got anything in there.
Wait, you
What
saw
might
the
even
giant
say
head too?
Mm. Well, I'm just gonna keep looking out the window.
Yeah, you guys are just like, oh, we're having the same trip. You
Wow.
not even a thought that it might be something else.
Creed's wasted. He'll probably figure it out after he sobers up a little, but right now.
Ooh,
Turns
a
to
second.
Talon. Did you see the giant head?
He turns to Talon and asks if he sees the giant
Yeah.
head, but he was the giant
It
head.
was the giant head.
Like, he disappeared when it appeared. It just kind of overlapped.
Oh. Your giant head.
In a sense.
Mm.
Where's the rest of your body when you do that?
It wouldn't be very horrifying if there was a rest.
Is it shrunken and little and small? You just can't see it? And hold up two fingers barely together.
What? No.
Small little body.
No.
You can't turn the head without a neck.
I can't unsee that visual.
That's why
How to
I'm not-
degrade this horror.
I'm not a bobblehead, you imbecile.
how do you turn your head if you don't have a body?
The same way I make it fucking rain.
Wait, you're responsible for the rain? God
We-
damn it, it's been raining all month. Stop making it rain.
I meant in the club, you moron. I thought we already established this.
You might have when he was more, coherent.
Mm.
Oh.
Looks at Creed's going to look at Talon and go, you're mean.
He sure is.
When did I ever say I was nice?
I liked you
Man.
better when you said one word only.
Talon just nods like imbecile.
Tries to get up and move over next to Tatiana.
Is it like a U-shaped bench or some shit we're sitting on?
Pretty
I thought
much.
it was,
Okay.
he's mean. I'm going to sit next to you now.
Yes, because I'm sure she wants to smell whatever cheap garbage you've been drinking.
Hey. It was only the finest Chinese man.
Finest Chinese.
Chinese woman.
Well,
But you can never
Tatiana
tell
will-
with those two.
Who put an arm around him and be like, it's okay. It's fine.
Talon just kind of looks like he's not looking at you, like he's looking through you for a moment, and then blinks back. He's like, well, I guess you're lucky then. Because he was borrowing Zoe's senses for a moment to make sure he didn't feed off her.
It's Chinese, it's Japanese.
Talon is not the most educated.
Racist.
All he knows is they got those strange eyes and different body type. He doesn't know the difference
You're
between.
not making it any better, man.
He doesn't have any geography lessons. He
Yeah,
doesn't have
that's
any.
true. That's true.
He knows how to live in the bush. He doesn't know what the fuck the rest of the world looks like.
That's true. That's true.
He's not trying to be a dick. Like I'm not trying
I
to.
know. I'm messing with you.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, watch out for random ghouls because Riddler's been sending them everywhere.
Oh, you know what? The guy at your fight club, I tagged him.
Wait, you have a fight club now? Creed.
It's not mine yet. I'm working on it.
I mean, it's
What? When
a
your bar shut
business
down,
of
I had to
sorts.
have somewhere to hang out, and they let me sell drugs there.
That's the whole reason you like that establishment, isn't it?
No, I like it because they know that chaos breeds evolution.
It's not gonna give you some fancy new shit to drink.
That's not the point. The point is only during the turbulent times do you see society truly evolve, and you see exponential growth. During peace and dull times, things stagnate. I mean, just look at New Gotham. It is exactly the example I'm looking at. We had old Gotham, which was dull and boring, and we had the Crisis. And the Crisis spawned New Gotham, which is years and years ahead of everywhere else. Hell, we have flying cars.
That's an actual thing now. Okay.
Out of character, yeah.
Yeah.
My guy drives around in a flying
I
motorcycle.
figured it was a hover bike. I wasn't sure if it was
Yeah.
capable of like long-term true flight,
Yeah,
like
no.
fucking jets and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have flying cars in this. Tatiana's weird because she drives a car that has wheels.
I'm vintage and classy, okay?
She's a
Yeah, I can see
classic
your crow's
vampire.
feet peeking.
She's
Oh.
yeah, I was gonna say she's a vampire. She has
Yeah.
anachronisms.
No, this is not that old.
Then, I mean, look outside. Like, every 1 in 10 people has an augment now. We're living in the future, man, and it's because of one little crisis. And then we've got this whole Riddler thing going on, and look how many of the different species have cross mingled and are coming together to stop him because that's how evolution and societal evolution works. Only through chaos, man.
Now, from what Talon knows about ecology, he's not like an expert or anything, but even he can tell that's a disastrous situation. Like natural
Societal
predators and
ecology.
prey and
Not-
diseases and
Not ecology, societal ecology.
well, you just said species were like cross breeding, so
No, our species.
He
The
means
werewolves, the
supernatural.
vampires,
okay.
the whatever the fuck you are, the
Whatever.
classes, we're all joining together and unifying to go after this one target. And it's because of that target that we're unifying and we're evolving our social structures. It's only a little at a time, but it's only through chaos that we see this growth. Because when they weren't acting like this, they weren't doing bullshit stuff. Everybody was happy to sit in their own corners playing with themselves.
I wouldn't put it quite like that.
Well, while you aren't wrong, it is working this way. This doesn't mean that we have to create extra chaos just to speed it along.
I'm not creating extra chaos.
It will
I'm
happen.
just appreciating the fact that the people at this club know what true freedom is and aren't afraid to stick it to the big man and bow down to the corporate overlords. I mean, look at our society currently. We've got the rich, 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 rich. We've got a teeny weeny shrinking middle class, and then everybody else at the bottom. It's because we allow ourselves to be governed by the big fat cats. We need to cripple society and throw off the shackles and let everybody be truly free to who they want to be. And only that way can we achieve true prosperity.
What is
No
this,
more of this,
1984?
huh? No more of this everybody thinking by the book thing.
Don't you think that the big cats are there because they're placed there?
Yeah, by other big cats.
The
Mm,
cost
there
of this
aren't so
chaos
many big
outweighs.
cats. Like, seriously, the majority of people are normal, everyday people.
So
They,
what if
they,
they want to blow off some steam?
I'm fine with them blowing off some steam, but don't delude yourself that they will feel more free if they. I mean, if they really felt the needed to, they would revolt like it has happened in many other points in history. They are supporting this system, and I'm not one to uh, complain about it. I'm profiting off of it.
Yeah, because you're one of the big cats.
Talon's actually gonna kind of put his foot down, and he looks at Creed with like his hands kind of open on his knees, and he's like, "This chaos costs more than it gives. Every warrior, whether you think of myself or yourself, whoever, every warrior fights for times of peace. Nobody with any sense signs up for a fight for the sake of fighting. They all hope to gain something through it. And that, sometimes maybe you can make a few bucks at a club, sure, whatever. But in the grand scale, it's a very inefficient way of progressing."
But that's the beauty of the club. It's controlled chaos.
You missed the point.
Isn't that a bit of a contradiction, Creed?
Gives a shrug and go, it's just a fight club. I don't see why you get upset.
I didn't get upset.
We're not mad. We're just trying to make you see the flaws in your argument.
I'm just drunk for this argument.
Isn't it strange the way the normal catches up with the supernatural eventually? I can't understand your point of view, Creed, due to its direct implications on society, but I can't directly idealize Talons either, due to its direct link to society itself. It's our visions aren't similar, they can't be unified. We're too different. But it's funny. I like to watch.
If we were, if we were not different, life would be very boring. That doesn't
I
mean we
mean,
can't work together.
it's not every day that a bunch of humans kill a pack of werewolves. Oh, and he is definitely coming down from it.
I was about to wonder how that werewolf regen went.
Were they
Um.
humans?
It's right now. My stamina is horrible.
Oh.
Where are we even going, anyways? He asks.
This is because we had some obvious problems talking in the open. So
He asks
it's
where
travel
we're
for the
going.
sake of travel.
We're just driving around for the time being. If you want to be dropped off somewhere, do let me know.
You never just take a Sunday drive?
I do prefer to
Enjoyable,
walk.
isn't it?
Well, to be fair, you walk with a couple more legs than the rest of us.
Quite a few. You count them
I
all, it's like 12.
Whoa.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I doubt that he walks in the form of an animal within the city.
I mean, sometimes.
Well, the setting is a little different. Like, in a modern day city, coyotes, wolves, whatever the fuck, bears can be in your backyard, animals can be in town. But in a cyberpunk city where everything is surveilled, you've got flying cars, I feel like they would have already killed off everything and gone a large radius to fuel their
Yeah.
lifestyle.
It happens every now and then.
They intrude. Man, my head hurts.
Should I get you something?
No, no. Um, it doesn't matter.
Oh man, he's coming down. Bummer.
Not a cue. Tyler's just like had enough of this shit already.
Craig, is he going to be worse when he comes down?
He's going to have a headache and hangover.
Not what I meant. I mean,
And he's going to be a sad mopey sack again.
So himself. He's himself.
I don't know if this approach is the best one for his condition, Craig.
You guys keep talking like I'm not here.
Well, they were asking me why.
Well, it's not
alright,
hard to hear
guys.
you guys. It was just the car.
Alright then.
How old is Harris?
I apologize. I
Early
won't speak
20s.
for you.
Okay.
I won't speak for you, so how do you see it then?
See what?
Is this approach the best for your particular condition? Will it
Here.
be better?
Imagine it like this. Imagine your family. Imagine them living, imagine them walking, imagine them living life in the sun, being happy. And then imagine that you are separate from society and everything that comes along with it. And you enter it once and they kill everyone you know. That's the condition. That's the way I'm feeling. That's the way I want to get rid of it. And he's gonna take an ecstasy and do it again.
This
This
is
isn't-
not dealing it. This is sweeping it under the rug. But
What
this
we'll
is your
deal with it
decision to make.
is when we get Riddler. And we
You
string
don't
him
know
up
that
and he
for
throws
sure.
everything he knows. And then we can go after Crane Industries.
You think violence will just magically solve all this
No.
guy's problems?
It will help if he knows the answer to why.
And what if there is no answer?
Ooh.
Then we send him to the good doctor.
I'm someone who
I'm
can.
gonna fucking shift. All right.
Or
Fuck it.
actually, no, wait.
No.
Creed Williams said that. Creed goes,
I'm not gonna attack you.
yeah,
I just don't
no,
want to talk
no.
anymore.
Creed Williams, out of character though. Creed Williams said then we send him to the good doctor. He would have said, well, no, that's up to Harris to decide.
Yeah,
No, I was
that's
gonna shift so I don't have vocal cords anymore, so I don't have to
Yeah.
talk.
Wow. Clearly, you don't know many dogs. They'll keep trying to talk to you.
Why?
This one's not
Okay.
going to.
Why do you keep asking me what he wants to do? He's right there. He's
Now
already
he's
said he has
a dog.
ears.
and
He
I
had
asked
vocal
him,
cords, but now he's a dog.
yeah, and I asked him, and I told him that it's his decisions to make.
His
Can't
decision
we ever
is
get
to.
along, Creed?
No,
And
no.
now he's a dog. Step 2.
Hey, boy. Hey, you want to go for a walk?
Oh, fuck. In the pouring rain in downtown Gotham,
I have an umbrella.
a boy and his wolf.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna jump out the window.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm kidding you right now.
Okay. That would have been such a terrible breach. How'd that wolf break?
Look, he
Bulletproof
doesn't want to talk about his problems.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know what you want from me because all I was saying was I think we should bring him along on this whole fighting thing. And then we go on to this off
fine.
topic about government ideals and fight clubs and all this other junk. So what do you want? Exactly. I'm pointing to Tatiana.
Doesn't matter what I want. It's not my.
What do you desire from me?
Well,
Why do you think that I want something, Creed? I don't know where you get that idea. Look, I'm trying really, really hard here to be supportive and whatever.
All right, good. So, yes, I'm hanging out at a fight club. I ain't fighting there, but they're interesting folks. 1 second.
Just gonna
That's
sit here and be a
where you
dog.
found matches, wasn't it? Oh, was that a Creed only scene?
Sorry about that. I had someone burst into my room
Flames?
right away. Anyways, Creed's base. Where was Creed in his conversation? He was basically saying, "Look, I met him. I brought him along. I think I'm just trying to help this guy out, find his place. And yes, there's a fight club I hang out at. Why not a fight club?
Well, I don't mind that it's a fight club. I mind that you never talk to me.
Standard family problems. Don't need supernaturals for that shit.
About
About anything. I don't know where you are half the time.
Talon slowly raises a hand, like, I
Seems like,
mean,
well, do you need to know where I am?
I at least need to know that you're safe.
Hey, I don't know where you are. Half the time I can guess where you are, but I don't exactly know.
Well, I'm either at the club or at the house or a couple more locations that are pretty public and open.
Yeah, I don't
I
have
hate
a.
to pull Diablo here, but don't you guys have phones?
This is not the point, Alan.
What is the point then? Because he makes a good point.
You guys are
Maybe.
simply saying you don't communicate enough, right? I mean, obviously, certain things can't be sent over a phone, but
What will I communicate about you about? Is my question. That I'm hanging out at a certain bar. I mean, it's last I checked, I'm like 35 years old. I can hang out where I want, Mom.
I didn't say that you need any permission or that you need to tell me everything, but
I tell you what I tell you stuff when I learn stuff that's relevant to stuff you need to know.
yeah, but sometimes it's just nice to know when your family's still kicking, especially with recent developments.
I mean, yeah, but I just saw her yesterday.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
And then I saw her the day before.
Huh.
And
yeah,
and maybe skipped 2 days, but then I saw her like 3 or 4 days, 5 days ago. It's not like I'm not visiting and talking with you. Well, you are Jerry when you're Jerry. So I'm kind of confused about this whole me not communicating thing.
what do you know about my life and what do I know about yours?
Well, you're being
Hmm.
gunned by several people. You own this fabulous club, because it's fabulous. Um, you're had William, but he's gone and broken up with you, or something's going on there, because you're now hot and heavy with Nathaniel. And I shouldn't tell you about that thing, but then you're slowly gathering people around you, and you want favor from, or then you're the whole vampire thing, and there's the Invictus, and I don't really know what else there is to really know.
Exactly. And what do I know about you? That you're just hanging around with who knows who and getting wasted with who knows who, and you're hanging out who knows where.
You forget I'm dealing drugs.
Yes, that too. How could I
Well,
forget?
that's because you don't want to know what I'm doing half the time. Plausible deniability, man.
I may
Plausible
not
dynamic.
want to know what you're doing, but I want to know how you're doing.
Talon kind of waves his hand and creates plausible deniability. It's just like you're creatures of the fucking night. You have plausible deniability by your very nature and connections.
Look, great.
I mean, I've
I'm your
told you
sister.
I'm not doing that much. Nothing
Uh,
to really report
yeah,
on.
it's not about reporting. This is. Why do you always have this idea that I'm out there to control you? I'm not interested in controlling you.
All right, so what I'm doing right now, if you really want to know, is I'm taking the fear toxin that I found and I'm rebrewing it and I'm redistributing it and remaking it, combining it with a fraction, a protein found within um, that little yellow pill the wolf over there just took, along with a small sampling of um, what was it? The spores from the shrooms. I forget what they're called exactly. And I'm mixing it all together to create a new designer drug known as Halloween, which will which is a non-addictive, well, not as addictive as what the wolf just took, but a lot less addictive, at least. Drug that basically will stimulate um, a person's adrenal centers, their adrenaline centers, while giving them a bit of a spook. Meanwhile, I'm hanging out at a um, club nearby, which is a fight club, which is a mobile club, who's I made friends with one of the regulars there when I rescued him from the Riddler. And at the same time, I'm meeting with this creepy, scary little lady in, with blonde hair who I'm talking about making him, in points of town, an awesome bow for. Anything else you're curious about? I mean, there's the whole. I'm eating sushi now because Bob is always hungry. Because God damn it, Bob, why do you need meat?
Who is Bob?
Don't worry about Bob. You'll meet him eventually. We all gotta have our secrets. But
Well,
anyways,
fair enough. Fair enough. I just want to know that if you get in trouble, that you'll come to me first.
no, I'll call Bob first. But if Bob doesn't work, then I'll come to you.
Wow, missed the point there a bit.
But yeah, I understand that you love me and you care for me and all that junk. And I, I love you and care for you too, sis. And if you get in trouble, you know I always have your back.
I
Me and
know,
Bob both have your back.
whoever Bob is.
That's
Anyway,
exactly right.
she's happy with that. So give him a hug.
Talon's not gonna say what. Oh, yeah, not right now. It's not the place.
Well, it's a start. If he's not ready to talk about this, Bob, when the time comes, I guess I'll meet this Bob.
Dating Paul.
You can't talk. You're a wolf right
Yeah,
now.
I know. I know. Just let me wolf communicate.
He went there specifically not to.
uh, Body language, bitch. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's that thing that
I,
humans would not understand.
yeah, there's a whole thing where I was looking for a um in, investor, I guess you could call them, for something projects I'm working on, and I thought I found a potential investor, but then the your Lillian lady went and butchered him.
You were planning on getting in business with matches?
No, I was planning on taking Match's money, or I was planning on having Matches give me all his money.
Well, now he's gone. You can go and take all his money.
I don't know where all the money is. You
I'm sure we
can,
can
it's
figure it
probably
out.
being guarded by the penguin at this point.
Well, then you also have an invested interest in helping Lillian with the penguin, too.
How
Yeah,
many
but
enemies do you fuckers have?
well, she has like 10, 10 or something.
I don't even
Holy
know
fuck!
why I have enemies.
I don't have enemies. I just have friends I
Talon
haven't
just
made yet.
blanches like I said I got your guys' back, but like
Honestly, Talon,
next thing you're gonna tell me Batman himself wants to kill you.
I don't know why people are coming after me. I
And they're
wish
all
I
coming
did.
after just Tati. I just want to make that clear. I mean, the only thing that I've been dealing with is the Riddler, and I wouldn't call him a enemy so much as a very hostile employer because he's been paying me.
He's what?
Yeah, every time I survive one of those stupid things, I thought I told you this. Every time he does one of those tests and I survive it, he pays me.
This is a very risky game you're playing with this guy.
That's
Look, it's
so
not a
strange.
game because I don't get a choice in the matter.
Even
Well,
worse
maybe
that.
in his mind it's a game.
But she shouldn't berate me for saying it's a game, or say I'm playing a risky game because, again, not a game, don't have any choice, but at least I'm getting paid.
At least I'm getting. Welcome to modern society, people. Don't have any choice, but at least I'm getting paid.
Yes.
Well, it's actually factual in this case, Talon. Like, especially the first time.
That being said, do we want to walk into his next trap so I can get paid more? Or do we
Hold
just want
on.
to skip to this chase and go to the
Someone,
factory?
pardon me, someone with your influence can't even tell why she has detractors.
Her? Why she has distractors? Well,
Like,
I'm
nobody can tell you why. Nobody can tell you what you did wrong. Nobody can. Like, you're just blank. No information at all.
Well, I am an easy target.
So don't be an easy target. That's like the first thing.
Well, it's not my plan to be an easy
well,
target, nor am I really an easy target. I'm just perceived as such.
well, I can tell you why
Well, if
a
everybody's
couple of
picking
her
on
the
you,
reasons
clearly you've got a chink.
she's being targeted. Well, for one thing, she's got this whole tight thing going on with the actual prince of the city, who leads the vampires. So she's a weak link for him.
This is not something which is known.
So
As a
he's the
matter of
top of the food
fact,
chain for the
as a matter of
vampires.
fact, most everyone at Elysium think that I have lost favor with him.
Yeah,
So
now they do think this, but before they did. And furthermore, that doesn't mean that everybody thinks that. I mean, then there's whatever shit you did with Otto that got Otto pissed. Then
I
I,
just asked for his help in a matter, and and I didn't ask him personally. He was what was sent to me. I don't know what his interests are or why he sees me as an
Were
adversary.
you calling in a favor, or was there no favor due when you asked? Because that's how you guys work, right? You don't really make friends.
I do personally, but in this case, I was offering a favor for a favor. I
So fair
asked for a
trade.
service, for assistance in a matter, and I owe him a favor.
Hmm.
Creed looks sad, briefly sad, and goes, "Oh, we're not friends."
He just kind of gives you like this half smile. He's like, "Relax."
Well, let's just say, Talon, that how Creed and I operate is not very. Well,
Traditional.
it's atypical of our society.
Oh, then there's the Riddler's going after you because you're out in the open in public and easy to
The
find
Riddler
because
is going
you
after
don't
everyone.
don't move around much.
I mean, that's true of plenty of supernaturals,
I mean,
regardless of the status.
the werewolves were going after you because of the William thing, and they might still be going after you because of the William thing.
Talon just sighs. Uh,
But don't worry, me and my bud here will get them to go after us instead. Right, Wolf Boy?
I
Bark,
don't
bark.
think that would be a good idea.
at what point does this see resolution? Even if I take out a pack, like theoretically take out a pack of werewolves, even if we take out the Riddler, all we're doing is pissing more people off who were retaliating against something.
This is
Well,
why
when it
we're
comes to the werewolves, I would prefer that it's dealt with in a peaceful manner. We don't need a full-out war.
Isn't that what we already have?
and the Riddler. We're not going after the Riddler to take out the Riddler. We're going after the Riddler because he's connected with a group of associates because the associates were getting kind of pissed at him for doing something. So we're going to find out who his associates are, trace them back to Crane Industry because this is all connected with Crane Industry, and then take out Crane Industry.
Well, if he
Though we
had,
could always just go after the Scarecrow and beat him up until he tells us what's going on since he is Crane. Or
one thing
maybe
at
he
a
is
time,
Crane.
Creed.
He
Here's
claims
the
he is
thing:
Crane.
the Riddler somehow got his hands on the fear toxin. I don't think that he did that with their consent, if you know what I mean. This is pretty probably the reason why
But
they're after him.
but he also got the spell from Crane Industry as well. The one that sent you back in time.
Didn't that send the whole city back in time?
No, it just sent their group back in time. I was perfectly fine.
You guys keep talking
Yeah.
about this crisis like the whole city went back in time.
No, it was just a few of us for a little
So you
bit.
have people who can readily rewind time.
I
Targeting.
don't know
Well, he
exactly.
didn't know what happened. It sounded like the Riddler didn't actually know where they went or what was going on. He just knew that he could activate the spell and it would do something to them. He was
Funny you
experimenting.
say activate instead of cast. Like maybe we could just steal whatever it is he's activating.
Well, first off, we need to know if he can cast magic, or if he's using artifacts or what's going on because we have no fucking clue what he is and what he's doing.
Yeah, I wanted to know what he is first.
Because he can see through cell phones.
Well, the Joker could see through mirrors. Possibly more.
Good to know. Good to know.
Out of character. Wait, the Joker has become the Mirror Master?
Oh, for all we know, we can use any fucking reflective puddle.
But here's the thing: the Riddler has gone pretty much after everyone I know, almost.
So he's
don't
dedicated
think
to taking you down.
I don't think that he's targeting me. I think he's targeting all the supernaturals that are available to be messed with, let's say. I wasn't even the first one he went after.
Yes, but you just admitted that he's taken out several associated with you. How
What
have you
is
discerned that he's hit
what do
other
you assume
targets that are not
that
related?
I am the center, the epicenter of this? Because I definitely wasn't the first one,
That's
and if anything, Creed is the one who has been contacted multiple times.
so he turns to Creed. Have you actually deduced whether or not he's hit anybody unrelated to you?
Blinks and goes, Well,
Because just because you're not first doesn't mean you're not the center of it all.
Well, when the incident happened at the museum, there were three people there that I've known, and one I've never met.
oh no, he's going after me because I'm not the only one actually answering his riddles.
So you brought this on yourself.
The rest
Pretty
of us have
much.
been answering the riddles too, but then he moved on.
Actually, you guys never sent the riddles in. That's out of character.
No, we did.
Brandon specifically said you guys never sent the last set of riddles in, so he gave me the same riddles as you.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. Anyway, yeah, but the previous riddles though, even if that's the case, the previous riddles were sent in.
No, I'm gonna shift back
Doesn't change the fact he
again.
sent a fucking gargoyle after you.
Well, he didn't send the gargoyle after me. He Matches Malone suddenly turned into the gargoyle after being stabbed by the crazy lady.
Now
Lillian.
she's the crazy lady again.
Lillian, whatever she is.
Well, she's
Miss
not crazy. She just
Hmm.
wants justice.
Just
Don't we
gonna
all?
just have no
Question
idea what
is-
anyone's talking about.
Anyways, so he got stabbed, started getting covered by silver liquid. I think nanites. I'm not sure because nanites aren't found. Well, they're still in testing phase from what I've heard. Anyways, he got stabbed by them. A sword made of them. Started getting covered in silver. Started praying. Eyes went all red and glowy. Then turned into that gargoyle.
Well, I don't know how this works. I don't fully understand what Lillian is. What I know is that he knew what she is. He knew her weaknesses. Took advantage of them.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Plus, there's the fact that he's been um, sending mail order vitae around the city to folks to steroid up and turn into ghouls, which is really weird because
Are
our
you
blood.
certain this is him?
85%.
I was there when he questioned the guy, and he seemed sincere enough. I don't know. That's your guys' specialty.
Out of character, you were at the Fight Club.
For the introduction scene, and I went
Oh,
to your
yeah. Yeah, you're right. You are
Yeah.
right. So, anyways, I'm not really 100% sure, but it sounded like the description was of the Joe Riddler. So chances are it was him. And he's saying Vitae around to people and basically ghouling them and I don't know, and basically having them write
Actually,
what happens.
yes, that would make sense if he's experimenting. Hmm.
So I've got this guy weaning off that blood for now, but
Yes, but
yeah,
where's he getting this vitae from?
exactly. Which is why I want to hit up the um yep.
We have to assume that either he is is one of you, has one of you under his thumb, or some other situation we might not be predicting.
I'm assuming he has one under our thumb, considering he's been um dissecting people.
People can dissect. You're just as capable.
Huh? No, he's been dissecting vampires and werewolves and all that.
What makes you think a vampire is not capable of that?
I don't, but I think if he
mean,
has the supplies to dissect people, why not drain someone dry?
Because
Also, I've met him and he didn't register to me. And we know our kind.
hmm
yeah, but everyone's got tricks.
Everyone's got tricks, true, but chances are he's something else.
Fine.
do we know if he's working alone? We don't.
Given the scale of his operation,
I mean, what the reason I'm going with all this, that he's not our kind actually, is he was put on. He tried to play um, Russia. What's that? The cup game with me with um, three folks, and he was shocked that I could, or he forgot or didn't realize I could track their heartbeats.
hmm, okay.
So a
That's
vampire
either
would one put wouldn't forget about that.
Yeah, he also threw the fear toxin at you.
Yeah, that's true. He tried to dose me with fear toxin and went, "Why isn't working?" He
So
also
he's
tried to
definitely
shine
not
light
one of
bulbs at
us.
me to see if I would
Yeah,
burn.
he's definitely not one of us, or he's playing a very long game, but I don't think so.
gonna have to agree with her on this. It'd be very strange to do these things in the name of manipulation. I mean, I'm not a manipulator, but that seems excessive.
Very excessive and unnecessary too. There are better ways, more effective ways too. So it's safe to say that he's not, but he either has one, or under his thumb, or has abducted one. I don't even know
So
anymore.
the question becomes who and how. If he doesn't know your weaknesses or capabilities, how does he have one under his thumb? If he doesn't, and if he has someone under his thumb, why hasn't he convinced them to give up such crucial information that he's willing to put his life potentially in danger?
Hmm.
Because they may be in torpor, you may be draining them dry.
Torpor being the long sleep.
Yes, a very long sleep.
How would he force a vampire? Like,
No, shrugs. There's plenty of ways, but
well, you're
I,
immune to drugs unless you drink them in blood.
There are other ways.
Well, do you have ways of finding others of your kind?
Well, if we are in close proximity, we can tell.
that being said, we don't really need to worry about that yet because we know where his facility where he's doing these experiments most likely is.
I somewhat disagree. If this is a source of vitae for him, if this is a source of power for him, then we should cut the supply. Otherwise, you don't know how many he's mailed these off of. Maybe that you ran into one, sure. You don't know if he has an army he's building up. Not to be
Uh,
alarmist,
what
but
I'm saying, I think you misunderstand what I'm saying, dude. We know where um, we know where he's um his facility where he would be doing all these experiments are. So
for
we
certain.
most
I also have William scouting the place.
95%, and I hope. Yeah, okay, that might be a. Hopefully, that's not a problem, but we'll see. Hopefully, he doesn't alert um the man. Anyways, like I was saying, so we know where a most likely sore facility is. So asking all these questions of what he has, what he doesn't have, doesn't really help because we can't really get those answers till we hit up the facility to get the answers.
And you just sent a pissed off, heartbroken werewolf to scout it out.
Exactly what I was going. That might not be a good idea.
He's not an idiot.
I didn't say he was. But werewolves, for all their amazing senses, they're not devoid of emotion.
Yes, I am aware of that. He's
Not
also a
to,
professional, however.
pardon me. Not to mention, what's to stop? What's to conceal him once he gets there?
He's angry he wasn't offered the job.
Oh, Talon already offered, and they already like Nathaniel, him, and Tatiana agreed. But
Yeah,
it's
but
more you
that's
just sent like the worst candidate potentially, because Talon
not
doesn't have
really,
any idea
'cause-
what he's.
yeah, but out of character, yeah, he won't be in any danger. He can go into the spirit world and do his thing. It'll be fine.
Yeah, there's plenty of shit that can simply look
Yeah.
across the gauntlet too.
It'll be fine.
Like
And-
we've already established, people can look through mirrors and look through phones. You don't think they can just look through that shabby thing they call a gauntlet? Granted, you're in a cyberpunk setting, so it's bound to be pretty difficult compared to normal settings, but still.
Mm.
Anyway,
And
back
if
in character.
honestly, out of character, if he's across on the gauntlet side, he won't be able to see anything. That has
Yeah,
to
it's
do.
all like shapes and shadows and shit.
It's almost like It's a different world. The
Yeah,
It's like
but he specializes in scouting and stealth and sneaky shit.
I'll take your word for it.
half our cast does, it seems.
That's what I enjoy playing. That's what I'm good at.
Anyway,
But,
back in character.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying we have a.
Back in character.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
I guess I shift back. I don't have anything to talk about. I'm just like not angry.
He
the
shifts
reason?
back and goes, "I'm not angry anymore."
It totally does not do that. I mean, he's quite
Surprised.
charmed by you, Creed. He's been watching you because
You keep giving him drugs and shit, so. Anyway, Talon will kind of shrug and he's like, fine, I'll take your word. I thought we had an agreement.
Not for that place.
So which one is he scouting then?
The lab, not the trap.
you chose to trust a ghost wolf.
Does Harris? Yeah, Harris knows he doesn't have a trap.
What's a ghost wolf?
A ghost wolf is a wolf that runs alone.
He
Or
has
they're
no.
ignorant of what they are.
He said he has no tribe, and according to Harris, that comes with some serious caveats.
Well,
I guess it's not so bad, but
thus far, he has not failed me. I have no reason to question him.
Indeed. He's not saying that to be like passive aggressive. He's just like, I don't really know William well enough to say either way, and I already said I was going to take your word, so. And what do we hope to gain from scouting this trap?
Well, don't be confused. The trap is the one that you wanted to go. What are we hoping to find? I don't know. We're not even sure if we should go yet. As for the lab, from what we know, it's not too secure. It's
You got this linchpin of crime and his lab's not too secure. For the record, I offered to scout both locations. Seems I drew the short straw. If I find the
honestly
mechanism of setting this trap off, is that the goal here?
no.
So,
Actually, I would prefer that you stick to the safer route. I know
so
that you want to help and find out if and what the trap is, but I told you that it's risky and I wouldn't want you to take unnecessary risks.
Well,
But the decision is yours at the end of the day.
the target that we're going up against, if we can get an advantage, we should take it. Now, whether that trap is quote unquote manned or not, or whether there's a means to distract more resources than he intended, I believe there's an opportunity there. But if it's not the case,
Well,
then
here's the
obviously we'll.
thing. The trap is where he wants us to be. The lab is where we found out that he's operating.
And you have that on good authority?
nope. We got from another Invictus.
Sheriff Creed.
Oh, sheriff sounds pretty
I
official.
don't think that his intel is bad. And if it is, and turns out to be a bust, we'll take it up with you know who.
When are you guys planning on joining William at the other place? Or is he simply returning?
We are planning on joining him. We're planning on probably going over there probably tomorrow night. You know, after
So,
I'm a little bit more sober and she's a little bit more, well, not so scantily dressed.
so
And
it's
your
less of a
bow's ready?
scout and more of an assault.
Yeah.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Creed, that the sheriff will be there. This is not gonna go well. This guy has a temper.
The sheriff does?
Yeah.
Is he aware of the situation? Like, I know I'm not.
He was
I can-
told we're bringing other things.
Okay. No offense, but I don't really want to be a part of your politics.
Um.
No offense, but you really don't.
Yeah, I don't either, but here we are. In
All
any
this talk of
case,
princes and sheriffs.
yeah, in any case, this guy is gonna want to feel like he's in charge.
Oh.
So,
So we do everything to screw him over and prove he's not in charge.
Talon Talon, like his shoulders just drop a little bit. He's just like, Creed.
no, we'll make sure that everything goes up to, according to plan, and then he will go away. We don't need to
Has he-
sabotage ourselves.
The way you say that. Do you have confidence in this sheriff of yours?
Nope.
Define confidence.
I mean, is he someone that you can maybe not respect, but can respect his abilities, his power? Do you think he
Oh,
has.
I don't doubt his abilities. I doubt his willingness to have our back.
Mm. Well, it's always the eager ones that fall in the traps. That's what you set snares for.
Hmm.
If he wants to be in charge, I mean, all the power to him. But I've already made it pretty clear who I'm protecting, or attempting to, by the looks of it.
Well, our goal is to protect each other because he won't do it for us.
So that's the bitter truth. I'm glad I asked.
But let him think he's in charge.
As long as he doesn't go looking for me to fill him up, I'm fine.
So we're all good with Harris coming along, right?
Uh, I'll
Well,
go anyways, but
it's not like we
I
have a choice,
we've all
so
talked about it already, so you might as well come. And
If either of you are not sober, I will bar you from coming.
well,
Understood?
but all the fights are
No
better
room
when
for
you're
negotiation.
just find something on the softer side, Creed, okay?
okay.
And we'll go there.
Hangs his head sadly.
We don't need
Well, if
problems
we
mid-fight because of fucking pills like this guy.
well, if everything goes well and we all come out in one piece, you can have a big party afterwards and do whatever you want.
Dude, we just gotta get you on something and you'll understand.
Have you guys ever done anything like this before?
It's
Yes.
you asking me?
Can you even talk?
Sometimes.
he's back in human form.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said I did. Thank you. I said I was no longer angry at all three of you.
Oh, I heard that part. I wasn't sure
Yeah,
if you were
okay.
like out of character. But anyway,
Nope, I'm in character now.
this is potentially a large-scale raid on something distinctly corporate.
Regardless of all that, I'm going anyways. I don't
Great.
care if you bar me or not.
So we've settled this.
Well,
Well, I'm just saying that for myself. I'm not
well,
saying it
Mr.
for you guys.
Harris,
We've
as
settled
long as
this. The
you're
night is still young. Harris, you're still tripping, so let's go party some more.
I don't think he's tripping anymore, dude.
I will be in a second, I'm sure.
anyway, Mr. Harris, if you're able to follow directions and stay within the plans that we'll have in place,
Until we get sent through another time portal.
uh, well, let's hope that we won't. And if we do, we'll deal with it like we did the last time.
This is the guy that sent you guys back in time.
Going back in time.
But it's not just a. He said that he got the spell to do it, and if we go in there, it's very well that that's his
He's
contingency
not-
plan.
He's not expecting us there. He's expecting us at the other location.
And the facility is barely set up. That's what you have to understand. This is the facility we're raiding was his backup secondary facility because we kind of Or we didn't wreck his other facility. Someone wrecked his other facility and released a bunch of monsters.
Monsters
And
being the ghouls or something else?
Bob.
Hmm.
Wait, Bob
Sure
is
you
a
don't want to tell her what
monster?
that is? No, if you just let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Bob's a pretty funny name. I kind of want to know more about our Bob friend over here.
Talon just gives Tatiana this like dead inside look. And it's like, he comes across like one of me, only not like I'm a human being. Okay, I'll be honest, but like I made it pretty clear earlier that there's a little something else. Well, we strike each other as that something else. It's a complicated process. I'm not really sure why somebody who's dead like him is like this, but should be interesting.
Okay, I can't say I can understand any of that. I just hope that you know what you're doing. Right?
Since when does he know what he's doing outside of a lab?
Well,
That was rough. Talon
he's.
wouldn't be quite that rough.
Yeah, rephrase that because. Because still probably take offense to that on his behalf.
Creed won't.
I
But
said
yeah,
on his behalf because yeah,
like,
Creed won't.
since when does he not jump into things before he knows what the hell he's jumping into?
Well, with all due respect, he's been surviving quite well successfully so far.
I'm right here, guys.
Yeah,
I
You're
know.
right. They do talk about people.
I know they do. You guys are all about the cloak and
Well-
dagger, like hiding out and hiding your voices, and you'll just be like, "Yeah, blah blah," when they're actually there. Whatever.
Well, you can feel free to chime in, dear.
I know
Mm.
exactly what I'm doing about this thing. I have absolutely no idea what it is.
It hungers, by the way.
For me,
What? For
For
For meat. Gross.
if only it were quite that simple. Sure, meat's a way of putting it.
well, I fed me and it was satisfied. How do you know it was hungered?
I can see more than the average human.
So what? You've been looking into my soul or something?
No, I just recognize my own vices and others, you might say.
Well, I fed it a hamburger and it seemed satisfied.
You fed it a hamburger. What is
Oh,
it, actually?
how exactly did you? Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, you have a little uh skull monster pet that you're feeding hamburgers.
Yeah, let's
not
go
a
with that.
skull, but
Shh.
a monster.
Shh. Shh.
um,
How did you even
I'm still asking myself that question.
um
Turns out that monsters are susceptible to opiates just like normal humans.
of course.
Talon's like silently taking notes in his head. Like, this is not how my reality was supposed to work. Things aren't matching up with my belief system.
Alright, but you're certain that this Bob isn't gonna devour you or anything like that, right?
Kind of puts his hand on, shows the back of his hand sets it vertically and waves it around, going, "Eee!" There's about 50-50 right now.
Do you want the truth?
Yes.
You can't handle the truth.
That's kind of where Tom's. Pardon me. That's kind of
Well,
where Tom's at right now. He's just like, "Are you sure? Because this is some hefty shit."
all right, but Talon, if you know how these things work, maybe you should help Creed make sure he's not eaten by his little pet.
I can't say that I'm 100% certain that it is what I think it is. Only that it has striking similarities, and we kind of sensed each other, and it struck me as like my own.
If you
But
attempt
there's
to,
obviously differences if he's a fucking dead thing with the horror.
couldn't you try and attempt to communicate with it, perhaps?
uh yes
Hey,
and
don't
no.
be talking in my soul.
It's your soul. You know that much, but you don't know what to fucking feed it. It doesn't tell you what it hungers for. It doesn't fill your mind with nightmares. It's not endless voices filling you with. He just kind of trails off for a bit.
No, it
Man,
told me it was hungry, and I asked for what, and it said meat.
You sure it didn't say flesh?
Well, maybe it said flesh. I don't remember. If I have hamburger, that seemed to work.
you're such a downer.
Talon, a downer? I never would have guessed.
Like give you a good middle finger.
Wow. It's like telling your best friend he has his relationship is harmful to him. You know, it's like hard love in a sense. But
It's really sucky.
anyway, as for helping Creed, you want me to help your brother? If he has what I think he does, it exists in a space most people don't really know about or can get to. I can get there with difficulty, but I can. The question is, where in this crazy proverbial mess that thing is in, or if it really has entered him.
No, it went down to the ground.
Can you ask it where it is, Creed? Or where it can be found? Or
It
Let me
doesn't
ask
like
you-
to talk to me. Out of character. Brandon controls everything about this.
Naturally. That was
well,
almost a cool scene. No.
does it ever talk to you?
Yeah?
Well, next
means-
time he talks to you, maybe you can ask him.
Means it's more intelligent than most. Well, than many, I should say, not most. That being said,
Yeah, I don't think
flesh
it's
is a-
his thing. Honestly.
It isn't
Well, it did-
something from the Umbra.
well, it did straight up say it senses another beast, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's weird spirit things. You know, one time I saw a raccoon and it had like 6 legs.
You sure it wasn't just pregnant and transporting its young?
That I don't think that's how that works. Like, I don't think you're
Anyway.
supposed to be pregnant and have young at the same time. I don't think the legs are supposed to stick out like that. The Harris is back on like the happy mode. gonna roll down the window again, stick my head out. Hopefully.
Good dog. Oh wait,
He's not a dog anymore.
Not right now. Maybe later. Maybe if you guys be mean again.
Creed's going to say, I think he wants to go for a walk,
Oh,
and tap on the driver's door to get out because out of character I've got to go.
oh.
Well, maybe it should be a good idea to stop the car first.
That's why I'm tapping on the driver's
Oh my
window.
god.
Just have to open the door and just barrel out. Just
We
kidding.
can both survive it.
Just roll out, take a little batching. That's what vampires are for.
Yes.
Yep. And I regenerate, so it's no problem.
So me
Take
and
care,
Creed are
man.
going to get out and head off.
Okay. Talon, do you need a ride?
Uh,
Yep, because I'm kind of
Not
following Creed around.
particularly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Creed's hosting, so if he goes, we're all gone.
All right. See you guys.
See
Take
ya.
care.